Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Sunworks, ticker SUNW. I've been into a couple different solar stocks. I was trading this one, was doing pretty good, and then bought some more, tried doing it again, and then the stock started going down. And they just had earnings. I used to trade Vivint Solar a while back, which turned into Sunrun, and did really well with Vivint. And so now I've gotten into these solar stocks, and as you can see, I'm in the red, but they'll come back up. So I toying with buying the dip here. I should have bought that one, totally missed out, but I was just waiting for this one to come back up. I had put money into it, but as you can see, what this one's done over the last year, down about 80%. So I look at this price a year ago, and I'm like, it's got to go back up. And summer's right around the corner, so we'll see. It's down over 20% in the last 3 months. In the last month, it's actually up 40%. And like I said, I should have bought some in the $2 range, but maybe it'll come back down again. So here's a look over the last week, so up over 27%, and here's a look today, so kind of down, but even if you would bought back in here, you'd be a little bit ahead, so which I should have done and sold out here in a perfect world, but this isn't called the perfect channel, so fall forward instead of backwards. That's what I'm trying to do here, but as you can see, I have 95 shares at a cost basis of $5.02, and if you don't know much about this one, it engages in the provision of photovoltaic. You have to say that really slow, photovoltaic. I believe that's how you say it. That's how I'm going to say it. Based power systems for the residential, commercial, and agricultural markets. Its services include design, system engineering, procurement, project installation, construction, grid connection, warranty, and so on. Been around since 1983. Volume of 2.25 million, average of 5.69 million, $87 million market cap. Yes, very small. 52-week low, which it probably just hit that here recently, $1.70 and a high of $17.69. So here's a look at their earnings. And we'll go over that here in a moment. So here's where I bought some at $2.95 back in January. And if you want to see my whole history, I would have to pull out a calculator and see what I actually made, because I was buying it off and on. But as you can see, I sold at a high of $5.85, and it was filled. This one was canceled, so then this one filled. So it looks like I was buying in the mid fives and sold and made about 20-30 cents a share. So that's what I was doing with Vivint before, and I started off 10 shares and built it up to 100 shares. That's how well I was doing with it, and then it turned into Sunrun. But I was going to try that with this one, so I think, I don't know, maybe this one will hit a low again, and I'll buy some, and like I said, summer's around the corner, so this has got to go up. So Microsoft Bing is showing it as a buy with a 1-year price target of $6.08. So if that's true, buying it at this level, you could double your money. Here's a little bit more about Sunworks. So they're a premier provider of high-performance solar power systems. So, I mean, like I said, summer's right around the corner. This has got to go back up, so it just has to. Feel free to pause and go over that there. And I've made some other videos on this. I'll link that in the description as well. So there are metrics you need to know right now. This is dated on the 11th. So shares rose in value on Thursday, the 10th, with the stock price down minus 0.86% to the previous day close, as strong demand from buyers drove the stock to $3.44. Actively observing the price movement in the last trading, stock closed the session at $3.47, falling within a range of $3.23 to $3.86. And so kind of already went over the 52-week high. with the market capitalization of Sunworks currently standing at about $109.8 million, and showed less than that on Robinhood. Investors are eagerly awaiting the quarter's results, scheduled for March 24th, 2022 to March 28th. As a result, investors might want to see an improvement in the stock's price before the company announces its earnings report. Analysts are projecting the company's earnings per share to minus 24 cents, which is expected to increase to minus 26 cents for the fiscal year, minus 74 cents, and then to about minus 62 cents by fiscal year 2022. So just have to wait and see on this one. Here's kind of some ratings. We'll go over that more towards the end. But Sunworks reports Q4 loss tops revenue estimates, and this is dated here on today, so just a little while ago. They came out with a quarterly loss of 47 cents per share versus the Zacks consensus loss of 21 cents. This compares to a loss of 28 cents per share a year ago. These figures are adjusted for non-recurring items. Quarterly report represents an earnings surprise of a minus 123.81% a quarter ago. It was expected that the company would post a loss of 18 cents per share when it actually produced a loss of 24 cents, delivering a surprise of minus 33.33%. Over the last 4 quarters, the company has surpassed consensus EPS estimates just once. Sunworks, which belongs to the Zacks solar industry, posted revenues of $31.67 million for the quarter ended on December 2021, surpassing the Zacks consensus estimate of 7.37%. This compares to a year ago revenues of $8.58 million. Company has topped consensus revenue estimates just once over the last 4 quarters. Sunworks shares have added about 12.1% since the beginning of the year versus the S&P's decline of minus 10.6%. So that's why I've always followed a lot of solar stocks. That's why I got into Vivint and was trading that and was doing so well. And I'm by no means a perfect trader. I don't really even trade that much. I just found one that I could click with, and I would make a 10, 20 cent, sometimes 50 on the swing. It just depends. And was just doing really well with it. I was on my way to thinking I was a big-time trader. But then, as you know, Vivint was in the $5 to $6 range, and then it went up to $7, so I just kept holding it, and then it turned into 40 or 50 and turned into Sunrun, and so I quit trading it for a while, but just let it run up, so that was an awesome surprise. But I thought I would try that again with this one, but I'm still figuring this one out. So while Sunworks has outperformed the market so far this year, the question that comes to investors' mind is, what's next for the stock? And that's kind of my thought on this one as well. So I'll just have to wait and see. So ahead of earnings release, the estimate revision trends for Sunworks are mixed. And like I said, we'll go over some ratings here at the end. But investors should be mindful of the fact that the outlook for the industry can have a material impact on the performance of the stock as well in terms of Zacks industry rank. Solar is currently in the bottom 14% of the 250 plus Zacks industries. Our research shows that the top 50% of the Zacks ranked industries outperform the bottom 50% by a factor of 2 to 1. I've talked about Maxion Solar once or twice, so that's in the same industry. I've talked about Sunrun quite a few times. Still holding that one, although it is down, I think, about $20. But Sunworks announces 4th quarter and full year 2021 financial results, and as you can see, just a couple hours ago. So the financial results for the 4th quarter of 2021, including the operating results of Celsius, acquired on April 8th of 2021 with no corresponding contribution in the year ago period. So it talks about how they delivered a sequential revenue growth in the quarter, adeptly navigating ongoing supply chain issues. And here's some more information about residential business gain traction in Q4. So my thought with solar, they've all got to go up. Even if they go down, I'm just going to hold them because they have to go up at some point in time. Everything's getting to be, especially with gas prices going towards solar. People are probably considering EVs, electric vehicles, now more than ever in regards to the gas prices. So it seems like that's everybody's concern. So 2021 was a transformational year for Sunworks as we acquired Celsius, a leading residential installer providing a platform for future growth. We are also significant investments in our management team, our internal process, as well as our sales, marketing, and IT infrastructure. We now have a scalable and increasingly efficient platform in place, and our focus for 2022 is to scale this platform to more clearly demonstrate the earnings power we believe we have built. Here's a fourth quarter financial summary. We kind of already went over that, but for those of you that like the Yahoo Finance look, I'll just slowly scroll through this and go through the financials again. So we'll see if we can get some more revenue out of this one and get the stock price to go up. Some of these are just kind of breaking through, starting to become profitable and showing the losses and trying to get the stock price up, and just like some of the MJ stocks that I talk about. So here on MSN Money, currently showing it as a buy, and here on TipRanks, currently showing it as a moderate buy with an 85% upside to $5.50, and that's just $5.50 across the board. So but that's all that I have on Sunworks. If you have this one, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost bases, any other information you'd like to share. But as you can see, this has been kind of a volatile week. Had a nice run up. Could have almost doubled your money there, and then came back down and rebought. So I'm just trying to figure out where the bottom is going to be on this one. So currently at 296, and that is the low of the day. So wait for it to go a little bit lower and buy some more and lower my cost basis a little bit. And since I was so far in the red, I didn't want to put any more in here until I kind of saw what it was going to do. But anyway, I'm sure there'll be more videos about this one, and there's another solar stock that I trade that I'm a little bit in the red on as well, so I'll go ahead and list that one and make a video about that one as well. But that's it for Sunworks. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.